Hi everyone, Ajit Deb here, and just another video. This time I want to show you my Sony A7R II camera and how it works with my YongNuo Speedlights. If you've seen my previous video, you'll have seen that I do shoot with YongNuo Speedlights, mainly with my Canon cameras. And since I've invested in the Sony A7R II this year, I wanted to see if I could actually use my YongNuo Speedlights before investing in another set of flashes. If you've done your research, you'll have seen that there are, I think, two major third-party manufacturers that do speedlights for the multi-interface shoe. The first one is Photix with its Mitros Plus speedlights. Here in the UK they haven't been released just yet. And then we have the Godox. I think it's the TT685. There might be a couple of other models with the XT1 trigger. So there are two other very good options that you can use for the Sony mirrorless cameras. Actually would be better than using this YongNuo setup, because the YongNuo I've got here, they're designed for Canon cameras. So let's just get into it and show you how I could use these speedlights. So the first one, it doesn't actually matter which of these two that I use. I own the YN685 speedlights. I own 3 of these, and I also own 3 of the YN568EX2 speedlights. So if I just go ahead and put this one on camera and show you how it performs. Now bear in mind, these speedlights will only perform as manual flashes. You won't get high-speed sync, and you won't get rear curtain sync either. Right, so we'll just go ahead and take a few test shots. I've got the camera set to 100th of a second, f8 and ISO 800. When we take this one, you can see the picture is just fine. If I then put the shutter speed to 1/25th, that's also okay. 1/60th, uh, 200th of a second, 2/50th, with that 2/50th is probably the max sync speed of most cameras. If I take it to 3/20th, you can definitely see the black bar across the top there. So I would say maximum is 2/50th of a second for the sync speed, but I have noticed a few shots previous to this test where I did see a very thin black bar on the top. So on the safe side, I would suggest keeping it at 200th of a second and no more if you want to use your speed light on camera like this. Now the next option is to use the YongNuo YN622C wireless transceiver, which is on my camera right now, and place the flash on top of that, giving the option to fire off some wireless flashes as well as having an on-camera flash. So I've brought the shutter speed back down to 100th of a second, and as you can see, it looks just fine. When I increase it to 1/25th, you may or may not be able to see this, but there is a slight black bar across the top there. Just take another one just to see. And then if I bring up to 1/60th, you should definitely be able to see this. There we go. And just to prove it, 200th. It's gone right down the image there. So as you can see, when you use the flash with the wireless transceiver, you are then limited to 100th of a second sync speed. I did try it with my other flashes. They all work the same, so if you use this combination, you are limited to 1/100th of a second sync speed and no higher. So the third option is to use the YongNuo YN622C-TX wireless flash controller. As you can see with this one, you won't have any option for an on-camera flash. This is purely just to fire off any off-camera flashes. So starting again at 1/100th of a second, that looks fine. 1/25th, 1/60th, 1/200th, all looking fine, and 2/50th. You can clearly see the black bar there. And again, and just to prove it on 3/20th of a second, it's definitely there. So as you can see, in this mode you are limited to 2/100th of a second. The previous mode that I showed you, well, the first one where I used the flash on the wireless transceiver on camera, you could occasionally get away with 2/50th, but as I mentioned, on the safe side, I would keep it maximum at 2/100th of a second. So in conclusion, yeah, you can use your YongNuo Speedlites, mainly the YN685s and the YN568EX2 Speedlites. You just have to bear in mind that they will only be in manual mode. You cannot use high sync speed and you cannot use rear curtain sync. They are purely going to work as manual flashes only. And then just bear in mind that your sync speed will be limited to 1/200th of a second, apart from if you are using the Speedlight mounted on the transceiver and then on camera, then it drops down to 1/100th of a second. That being said, I have to say that when I looked at my previous work, for example during the wedding reception, the first dance and such, when you have low light, most of my shots tend to be under 1/100th of a second. There were a few at that limit and a couple just over, but to be honest, I think if I were to use the flash during the wedding reception, then I could get away with still using my YongNuo Speedlights for now. Anyway, I do hope that you've enjoyed watching this. Hopefully there's some information that you can take away with you. As always, if you could remember to like, subscribe and share for me, please. Thank you for watching, guys.